The way the game is actually being played is quite gnarly. This is a rodeo. This is not a boring, reality. We got evile. Truly some dark, twisted stuff. And they've had their thumb here, all part of a good story. And most people are actually driven more or less by that aspect of themselves. You could call them unconscious, but it's not really that. It's more so they're just aligned to their wounds or their lesser awesomeness, cowardice, ignoble, not noble. And then there's a few gems. There's always a few gems walking around them, holding the light, Gandalf, Moses, just parting seas and trying to get the right things done here. You're very lucky to live here now. It's lighter than it's ever been. The place is cooking. There's a chi furnace just boiling, and every day the people are getting better and better. They're seeing their shadow. They're making shifts. What's starting to happen is the main structures around them that have had their thumb upon them are starting to sort of lose their ability to do so well. The dark side is not that smart. They have way less power in chi. There's something about being strong and true and having your heart that allows you to tap into the supercomputer metaphor, but there are aspects of yourself that are far more powerful than your linear reasoning faculty, which is also vital. If you don't have a good, well-reasoned mind, you're lost. But there's portions of you, you could think of it as your subconscious, but spirit, it's things that can design realities. You got that kind of magic. You got marbles in your bag. The dark side, they're kind of cut off from that. I mean, they got their little tricks and their traps, but at some point you realize that those things are like biting at your ankles. But what you realize is most people have those things on their backs. So you can't trust too many people. There's not many that truly have integrated into the light and carry the sword and play defense. So most people can easily be overrun by those little critters. The astral plane, if that's the word you want to use, the place is multi-layered. So your thought sphere is easily subjected to influence from people in your local sphere, even from afar. And if you're not shamanically aware, or if you haven't gotten out of the sandbox, sort of say, if you're not initiated yet, then you're mostly blind to this stuff and it's harder to play defense. So you have to realize that most people around you are easily subjected to the dark side. You could get more nuanced. There's little tribes and teams. It's kind of like Earth, million, billion little subcultures. The galaxy is like that. But our galaxy fights. Our universe, it's a furnace first. It fights. You can establish peace and heaven in a local sector, and the guys who are best at tech have done that. They're far more smart, intelligent, keen, cool. The music's better. Everything about the light side is better. But it wouldn't be a rodeo if we didn't have the dark side. And so a lot of your institutions are driven by sort of filthy people with flies, and, surprise, they're not the good guys. So you'll see in the next few centuries systems put in place that will bridge us into the heaven on earth. This is going to be a victory. We are from the stars. And, we're tired of people with Jafar making weird-ass wishes, trying to keep us like their little puppet kids, dumb us down, make us subservient. There are beings who would treat you as food. Think about how easily you're willing to cattle ranch. There are beings to whom you think you're better than the animals. There are beings who are better than you. Not all of them are nice. And so there are definitely weird little critters who get off on weird little things, and they're trying to juice you and trap you. And that's what makes you strong. Like Kong, you got to break out, sing the bird song. You got to clip the snake. You got to have a talon. You got to have teeth. You got to have nails. You have to be a fighter. You have to be very, very strong and happy and glad. If you got your light side integrated, you rest in your heart and you have moments of peace, and the place just shines for you. It winks. Like, the animals are cooler than actually. And they're more shamanic than you think. So you have great blessings if you play your cards right. You have great rewards if you fight for the light. nothing could be better. It is the most precious gift, you know?